everyone, this is video number 6 in the series of time and work, and in this video I'm going to be simplifying a very particular variety of problem जहां पे आपको ऐसे स्टेटमेंट दिए जाएंगे that A leaves 3 days before completion of the work, B leaves some 5 days before completion of the work, और ऐसे problems कैसे tackle करेंगे, that is going to be agenda in this video. So let us get started and try to simplify this problem. Problem says that A can do a piece of work in 14 days and B can do the same piece of work in 21 days. They begin the work together, but 3 days before the completion of the work. काम खत्म होने के 3 दिन के पहले कौन छोड़ के गया? A छोड़ के गया. That is what the problem is saying, right? So they are asking you to find out the total number of days to complete the work. So the very first thing, I am confused with this statement. So what I'm going to do is I would say that let the work be finished in X days, right? So for how many days A is going to be working and for how many days B is going to be working? A is going to be working for X negative 3 days. Do you understand this thing? Because if work gets completed in X days and उसके 3 दिन पहले A छोड़ के चला गया तो A ने काम कितने दिन किया? X negative 3 days. And problem doesn't say anything about B, so B has been working for the entire period of time, which is X days. Now, can we take the assistance from LCM method? Yes. What I should do, I should be taking LCM of these two values, 14 and 21, which comes out as 42, isn't it? 42 LCM बनेगा. अब आप क्या करोगे? आप इसी को बोल दो आपका हो गया total work. Total work you should take as 42 units. ठीक है जी. अब आप क्या करेंगे? You will be finding out what is going to be the rate of A and B, how much work A does per day and how much work B does per day. So that's pretty simple for you to find it out how much work A has been doing per day. So A, because A is finishing the entire 42 units in 14 days. So A is going to be completing 3 units a day, whereas B is going to be completing this entire work in 21 days. So B is going to be completing 2 units a day. Do you understand this thing? So we have found out the rate also through the LCM method. Now A does 3 units of work per day, whereas B does 2 units of the work per day. And as per our understanding, the entire work gets completed in X days. The entire work gets completed in X days, where A does X negative 3 days और B कितने दिन काम करता है? X days करता है. तो can I say that the entire work that A will be doing in X minus 3 days into what is going to be the rate of A? 3 units per day, and this is going to be B. For B it is going to be, because B तो पूरे X days काम कर रहा है and per day B is doing 2 units of the work, so this is going to be X into 2. Now this is going to be the collective work. भाई पूरा का पूरा काम करेगा कौन? A and B. So this is going to be 3 times X negative 3 plus 2 times of X. This is going to be the total work, and total work as per the LCM method we have taken it as 42. So can we find out the value of X from here? Yes. So 3X negative 9 plus 2X, this value comes out as 42. If you simplify, 5X is equal to, if 9 goes on this side of equality, this is 42 plus 9, it is 51. So what is going to be the value of, if 5 times of X comes out as 51, what is going to be the value of X? The value of X comes out as 51 by 5. And if you simplify this, this is 10, 1 by 5 days. So in 1 over 5 days, the work gets completed, provided condition हमारे पास में क्या है कि काम के खत्म होने के 3 दिन पहले कौन छोड़ के चला जाएगा? A छोड़ के चला जाएगा. So what is that you're learning? You're learning that how you should be tackling this problem. आप ये मान लो कि काम को X days में खत्म कर दिया, और क्योंकि A 3 दिन पहले छोड़ के चला गया, so A is going to be working for X minus 3 days. Problem doesn't say anything about B, so B is going to be working for the entire period of time, which is X days. And through the LCM method, you find out what is going to be the collective work of A and collective work of B, and that is going to be the entire work, right? And you can find out very easily, you can find out the value of X. So if you understand this thing, Let us try to solve this problem out here. Our strategy is going to be the same. The moment problem lets us know that somebody is leaving some days before the completion of the work, मैं तो मान के चलूंगा let the work be over in some days. अब वेरिएबल वहां से पिक करेंगे और फिर प्रॉब्लम को हम सिंप्लीफाई कर देंगे. Now A, B and C can complete a work. Please pause this video, try to solve this question on your own now, because you understand how to deal with this. What is gonna be my method? I'm gonna take LCM first. You know why I'm gonna take the LCM first? Because उनके रेट्स पहले पता कर लेते हैं. 24, 36 and 48. So LCM is going to be in the table of 48. 48 2s are 96. 96 में बात नहीं बनी, and 48 into 3 it is 144. Yes, 144 is divisible by 24 and 36. So our total work that we should be taking, we should take the work as 144 units. Is that okay? And we can also find out how much A is doing, how much B is doing, and how much C is doing. So A does how much? 144 divided by 24, which is what? 6 units a day. How about B? 144 divided by 36, which is 4 units a day. Similarly for C, it is 144 divided by 48, and that is coming out as 3 units a day. इतना तो एलसीएम मेथड में हम हमेशा करते ही हैं. उसके बाद प्रॉब्लम पढ़ते हैं. अब हो क्या रहा है? They started the work, but C left after 4 days. After 4 days from the starting of the work, and A left 3 days before the completion of the work. अब ये before the completion वाला जैसे कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया, what is that we should be doing? हम ये मान के चलेंगे कि काम X days में finish हुआ. So if the work is getting over in X days, if the work is getting over in X days, so A is going to be working for how many days? B is going to be working for how many days? And C is going to be working for how many days? This is what we have to find out. A, B and C. Understand this. After 4 days of start, A left. So A is working for 4 days. C left after 4 days. C left after 4 days. So C is going to be working for 4 days, right? And A left 3 days before the completion of the work. So A is going to be working for X minus 3 days. Is that okay? And the problem doesn't say anything about B. So that means that B is going to be working for the entire period of time, which is X days. अब मेरे को ये पता चल गया कि C काम कर रहा है 4 दिन, isn't it? And A and B respectively are working for X negative 3 and X days. And I also understand their individual rates. Can I find it out? Can I find out the value of X from here? Yes, I can do that. So what I should be doing here, हमने कितना निकाला A का? हमने निकाला A is working for X minus 3 days. So X minus 3. And this gets multiplied with X and this gets multiplied with 4. Do you understand this? And the collective work of A and B and C is going to be our entire work, which we have taken as 144. अगर तीनों को add कर दिया, we will be very easily will be finding out the value of X. So let's find it out. Let's find it out. So this one is coming out as what? The entire, this is 6x negative 3 plus 4x plus 4 into 3, which is 12. Now this value is 144. Our objective is to find out what is the value of X. So this is going to be what? 6x negative 18 plus 4x plus 12. And if you simplify, this is 10x minus 6 is equal to 144. So what is going to be the value of 10x? It is, if 6 goes on this side of equality, it is plus 6, and this is coming out as 150. The value of X comes out as very easily 15 days. तो काम कितने दिन में खत्म हुआ? As per the condition which we have been given in the problem, the work gets over in 15 days, which is option number A. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say here? What is that I'm trying to say? What did I say? We will take the LCM of days that are mentioned in the problem, and then we will find out what are the per day work of A, B and C. And then as per the problem, I would assume that let the work be completed in X days. और अगर काम X days में हो गया तो A कितने दिन करेगा, B कितने दिन करेगा, C कितने दिन करेगा, वो तो प्रॉब्लम आपको बताएगा. And then multiply that with the individual rates and add them up. This is going to be your entire work, and this is how you will be finding out the value of X. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. इसमें ज्यादा कुछ दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत हमारे को होनी नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है जी. Now let us try to understand this problem. So it's a very similar problem. Pause the video, solve this question, and let me know if you can solve this on your own. A, B, and C can do the entire work in 10 days and 12 days and 15 days respectively. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find out their LCM. LCM of what? LCM of 10, 12, and 15, which is coming out as 60. And that should be taken as your entire work. So total work you should take as 60 units. अब तो आपको ये ना समझ में आने लग रहा होगा, ज्यादा लिखने की जरूरत है नहीं इसमें. So what is going to be per day work of A? 60 by 10, which is 6 units a day. What is going to be per day work of B, and what is going to be per day of work of C? You can very easily find it out. What is going to be per day work of B? B is going to be 60 upon 12, which is 5 units a day. And per day work of C is going to be 60 divided by 15, which is 4 units of day. Right? And the problem says that they started the work together, but A left the work 5 days before the completion, and B also is leaving the work 2 days after A has left. Up, let us assume that the work is getting over in X days. Let us assume that let the work be over in X days. अब हमारे को ये पता करना है कि कौन कितने दिन काम कर रहा है, isn't it? So A is going to be working for how many days? Problem says that A left the work 5 days prior to the completion. तो अगर काम हुआ x days में, तो A ने कितना काम किया? A ने काम किया x minus 5 days तक. Would you be able to find out for how many days B is working? And problem says that B also left the work 2 days after A left. अगर B is going to be leaving the work 2 days after A has left, B is going to be working for how many days? B is going to be working for x minus 3 days. A ने काम को छोड़ा 5 दिन पहले, और B उसके 2 दिन के बाद में छोड़ रहा है. यही तो कह रहा है ना, 2 days after. तो इसका मतलब काम खत्म होने के कितने दिन पहले B छोड़ रहा है? 3 दिन पहले छोड़ रहा है. And if B is leaving the work 3 days prior to the completion of the work, B is going to be working for x negative 3 days. And for how many days C is going to be working? Problem doesn't say anything about C, so C is going to be working for the entire period of time, which is coming out as which is x days. Right? Now since you know the individual rates, and you also understand for how many days they are working, इन दोनों को multiply कर दो, and you say that the entire sum is going to be the total work. Now if we understand this thing, what is going to be the total work here? A works for how many days? A is working for x minus 5 days. So can I multiply x minus 5 with what is the rate per day into 6? Isn't it? This is going to be the per day work of A. This is going to be the entire work done by A. And what is going to be the entire work done by B? B does 5 units per day, and B is working for x minus 3 days. So this is going to be the entire work of B. What is going to be the entire work of C? The entire work of C is going to be coming out as 4 times of x, and I would say that this is the entire work, which is 60 units. Can we simplify this? Yes. Please do that on your own. So this is coming out as 6 plus 5 plus 4. So this is 15x negative, this is 30 negative 45 is equal to, this is 60. So 15x is equal to 60 plus 45, which is 105. So 15x is equal to 105 and x comes out as 7 days. आपका जी काम हो गया यहाँ पे खत्म. बनी ना प्रॉब्लम. एक ही चीज है जो बार बार हमारे को यूज करना है. एक स्ट्रेटेजी अगर हमारे को समझ में आ गई तो फिर वो हम ऐसे सारे के सारे प्रॉब्लम में यूज करेंगे जहां पे ये बोला जाएगा that somebody is living some days prior to completion of the work, isn't it? So if you understand this thing, let us try to simplify the last problem of the series on your own. Pause the video, try to simplify this question on your own. What is that we are being asked? A, B and C can do a piece of work in 36, 54 and 72 days respectively. They start the work, but A left 8 days prior to completion of the work, right? So first thing first, I'm gonna find out what is the LCM of 36, 54 and 72. And if you get stuck, what did I tell you in the last video? You need to look in the table of 72. अब कुछ नंबर बड़े हो सकता है, so ऐसे प्रॉब्लम को सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए आप क्या करो, ये देखो, ये this is what 9 into, this is 9 into 4, right? And this number is what 9 into 6, and this number is 9 into 8. So keep 9 aside, and then you try to find out LCM of the rest of the numbers, which is 4, 6 and 8. What is the LCM of 4, 6 and 8? It is going to be 24. So what is going to be the entire LCM of 36, 54 and 72? It is going to be 9 into 24. अब ये LCM आ गया 9 into 24. And that LCM should be taken as entire work. यही हमने सीखा हुआ है. So what is going to be my other steps? I'm going to be finding out the individual rates of A, B and C. How much work A does, how much work B does, how much work C does per day, right? Now, understand this thing. This value is 9 into 24 divided by 36. 36 can be written as 9 into 4, isn't it? It's pretty simple for us to find out. Sometimes calculation avoid करना चाहिए हमारे को. How about B? Can you find out what is per day work of B? It is 9 into 24, which is the total work. And then 54 can be written as 9 into 6. That comes out as 4 units a day. And how about C? 9 into 24 divided by 72 is 9 into 8. So per day work of C is 3 units per day, right? Now, problem lets you know that A started the work, but A left 8 days before the completion of the work, while B left 12 days before completion of the work. It's pretty simple for you to find out. What is that you should be saying? Let the work be completed in X days. और अगर आपने ऐसा बोला कि काम को खत्म होने दो कितने दिन में, काम को खत्म होने दो X days में, तो A ने कितने दिन काम किया? A ने काम किया X minus 8 days, isn't it? और काम को B ने कितने, for how many days A has been working on this project? X negative 8 days, and B is going to be working for how many days? X negative 12 days, right? A left 8 days before the completion and B left 12 days before the completion, and C is working for the entire period of time. And if I will have to find out what is the collective work of A, B and C, I am going to be multiplying this 6 units per day of A with the number of days of A, which is X minus 8, isn't it? X minus 8, and then this is going to be X negative 12, and this is going to be X, and if you add these three values, this is going to be your LCM, and this is where X can be figured out. Now let us simplify this. All the problems are similar. So what I'm going to do, 6 plus 4 plus 3. So this entire sum is going to be 13x, and this is going to be what? Minus 48, and this is also, please do it on your own. However, कैसे भी आप लगाते हो, आपकी मर्जी है. That comes out as 9 into 24, isn't it? So 13x is equal to 48 plus 48, 96. 9 into 24 plus 96. 24 कॉमन ले लेते हैं. this one is 9 and 96 is 24 into 4, so this is 24 into 13. What is going to be the value of x? It's pretty simple for you to find out. It is 24 days. So in how many days the work got completed? In the manner the problem is talking about, it is going to be completed in 24 days. Is there any option? Is there any option? Yes. So the entire work gets completed in 24 days. So you found out the LCM, and then you found out the individual rates of work per day done by them, and then you figured out for how long they are going to be working, assuming that let the work be completed in x days. तो A ने x minus a 8 days काम किया, B ने x minus 12 days काम किया, C के लिए कुछ बोला नहीं तो C ने पूरे के पूरे इतने न्योर के लिए काम किया. You multiplied these values and added them up, and this is going to be your entire work. Now if you understand this, in the next video, which is video number 7 of time and work, I'm going to be dealing with those kind of problems जहां पे एक वैल्यू असाइंड हो जाएगी कि इन सबको काम करने के कितने पैसे मिल गए, और उसमें से ए को कितना मिलेगा, बी को कितना मिलेगा, सी को कितना मिलेगा. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी माई एजेंडा in the next video. So money gets assigned amongst them, and you may have to find out what is the amount that A is getting, what is the amount B is getting, and what is the amount C is getting. Or you may have to find out what is the per day rate of A, per day rate of B, and per day rate of C. तो है ये similar problem, but एक या दो step आपको और सीखना पड़ सकता है, right? So I'm gonna see you in video number 7. Till then, bye bye and take care, and thank you very much for watching this one.